Yes, people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. My name is Degs, and welcome to the 471st episode of the Hospital Podcast. And as you can see, we're obviously still in a little bit of World Cup fever. It's down to 8 teams. Can I give a massive shout out to Concrete Junglist for providing me with this beautiful England tee? You can see it on the back as well. It's amazing. Those guys have been supporting drum and bass music for a long, long time now. Really, really great people. Always seem to be behind all the best causes in D&B as well. So yeah, I want to give a massive shout out to Concrete Junglist. And we're going to kick things off today with a beautiful piece of liquid music from the incredible Pola and Bryson. And this track right here is called 24/7. So I've got my beer, I've got my football, we've got the drum and bass, we've got you guys in the chat. And yeah, let's have some fun. And yeah, let us know where you're locking in from. Truly international business. And yeah, big salute to you guys, man. Let's do this. Hospital Podcast. So we're starting to have a few locations come in. So we got some UK representation in the house. Big up Scott Colony, big up TGD 1992 from Birmingham. We've got Lena and Tom from Cambridge. Noel, how you doing, my friend? We've got Russia, Bachelors. I'll be honest, I've never heard of that place, but it sounds awesome. Aarhus in Denmark. And of course, I will be back in San Diego in January. You are correct. Yeah, big up Taryn in Northampton, Arda in Turkey. Big up Christian, my friend. I love you too, Bryn. I love you too, Lewis. So yeah, how you guys all doing out there anyway? It's getting towards Christmas time, the time of giving. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually really been enjoying buying presents for like my nearest and dearest. I know it's like a bit of a capitalist thing, right? But there's something really cool about Christmas and like making people happy and shit, you know? So yeah, I hope everyone is about to have an amazing Christmas. You keep stressing me to do the things I won't do. Yeah, big up Hawaii, Toronto, Canada, Russia, Yamal, Tempe, Arizona, South Africa, Germany crew. Let's go.
tried to shut them off, but these feelings always creeping. I know they say it's fate and things happen for a reason, but you're the missing piece and I'm craving the completion. You're all I see inside my dreams, that's why I'm always sleeping. Okay, you know that I've been fighting demons for the rain and the storms, every element and season. But when I think of you, you're like the light inside a beacon. And I guess that things can change, I could try to be all decent, but these feelings always creeping.
Yeah, man, I really rate this tune right now, yeah?
I guess it happens for a reason.
This track is by Burt, Cope, PDX, and Charlotte X. It's called Distant.
It's always creeping.
It's on Invicta Audio, man. Invicta, you guys are absolutely killing it right now, honestly. This is amazing. Yeah, big up Belgium, man. And of course, I'd love to come to South Africa. I think honestly that is on the card soon, you know. And yeah, do you know what? There is going to be a very special live stream. There's going to be a little bit more details about it very soon, but it's in 2 weeks. Hospital Records, right? So yeah, put it in your diaries, right? I'm talking to this camera, George, right? It's always this camera when I got something important to say, which is, you know, let's be honest, not that often. So on the 21st of December, starting at most likely 5 p.m. GMT, we're gonna have like a special Hospital Records Christmas stream. And there's gonna be like, basically, it's going to be crazy, right? There's going to be, I don't know, like 5 maybe guest mixes, potentially a big, huge back-to-back at the end, a couple interviews, lots of mulled wine drinking, lots of mince pie eating, and anything else? Degs clanging, basically? Yeah, I think that's it, yeah. So yeah, I hope to see you guys here in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to have loads of special guests. Do you know what? There's no Modelo. My local shop is not selling Modelo anymore, so I've got Corona. I do apologise. I'm going to have to order some, man. Or George is going to order me some. Corona, man. I think it's really nice. Right, so guys, someone said, "Come on, Barca." So yeah, Bop and Subwave have recently put an album out on Hospital Records called Renaissance. And yeah, I really want to play some of it for you guys today. So yeah, this track right here is by Bop and Subwave, the incredible Russian superstar producers. And this track is called Last Night. I gotta say, South Africa sounds kind of dangerous, George. They're saying it's black label only, bro. Oh my god.
Could stay the last night. Could stay the last night.
Damn, this tune's too much, bro.
Could stay the last night.
So yeah, to anyone that didn't catch the ID, this track is Bop and Subwave and it's called Last Night. Big up Pennsylvania, USA. Big up Belgium too, my friends. Yeah, big salute to Bop and Subwave. Absolutely incredible producers, really great people too. And you know what? I'm actually working on some new music with them, so watch this space, people. Big up Portugal, big win, man, big win. Yeah, this beautiful piece of music that you can hear right now. An old friend of mine, Sophie Faith. She's an amazing person. Just saying goodbye to Maya from the office. She's been working super hard today, hasn't she, George? Nah, not really. So yeah, this track is by Sophie Faith. It's called Salt, and it's the Pola and Bryson bootleg.
I was wanting hot to cold, depending on the situation. Don't know if you got love for me, or if you're just hating. No, I don't ever hear from you unless somebody's playing. I don't want nothing but the truth, enough I can take it. I ain't got the time, I ain't got the patience. You got something to say and to say it.
Okay, so Mr. Eric Lavery has asked me, how am I enjoying this World Cup? Now look, without getting too deeply into, you know, the kind of the political side of the World Cup, it has really pleasantly surprised me. It's really amazing to see teams like Morocco, for example, you know, somehow getting past Spain, which I thought was absolutely amazing. It was amazing as well to see last night Portugal absolutely doing the business, and it feels like the Ronaldo era is over, and it feels like actually the winners of the tournament could be quite open. It could be between kind of Brazil, France. I'm gonna have to say, you know, the Three Lions. But how about you guys? I mean, what do you reckon then? Who do you reckon is gonna win? I know a lot of people are gonna say Brazil. I mean, after last night, Portugal looked really, really amazing, right? But yeah, let me know. Who do you think are gonna win in the chat? Let's go. Time for a bit of new tone. Let's go.
I was wondering how to call, depending on the situation. Don't know if you got love for me, or if you're just hating. No, I don't ever hear from you unless somebody
Yeah, big up Mamble, man. He's saying, Degs, bro, you talk to George so much during the podcast. Maybe you should get yourself a little George puppet to do the show with. I mean, that's not a bad idea. What do you reckon about that, George? George is shaking his head, but honestly, one of these days we're going to get George behind the camera, so that's all I'm going to say. Right, because I love that album so much, here's some more Bop and Subwave. And this track is called Runaway, featuring the incredible Karina Ramage. Let's do this. So, what a beautifully timed breakdown, George. I did that on purpose, right? So yeah, welcome to the 471st episode of the award-winning Hospital Podcast. Just going to kind of go through some of the comments here. Is this Degs and Enei's collab happening? The answer to that question is yes. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of love for Bop and Subwave in the chat, man. Big up DJ Meister. That's what we got to do, brother. We all got a dream. Yeah, big up Tyson, big up UK lad, King K, TGD. Yeah, honestly, guys, you need to go out and get this album, man. Bop and Subwave Renaissance is out right now on Hospital Records. This track that you can hear is called Hush. It's featuring Enei and the incredible Hospital vocalist SOLAH. Some Russian-British connection in the house, man. Time, man. I'm gonna give you guys some more shout outs. King Veer asks, we need It's Degs. It's Degs. Honestly, I need to come up with a slightly more interesting tagline than that, George. Yeah, big salute to Neutral Samurai, No Name Grandmaster, the Barry D Show. Big up my friend, Hyper Ego, of course, Tyson and Lee, my friends. Big up Taran Alonso, who's just tagged Tiffany Choco. What I love about international flavors with drum and bass music is that I have to pronounce names from different countries, and it either goes really well or really badly. It goes really badly. Yeah, big up Tobias, big up King K, the Cads, big up Katarina Eldorado. Probably the reason why I'm standing here right now. She, you know, kind of writes all my music. Big up Eric, my friend. Big up Scott Connolly. Ooh, do you know what, mate? That's a good shout. That is a good shout. So yeah, brand new music from the Overview camp coming up next. This track is by the amazing LaMeduza featuring the Dutch legend Waze. And this one's called Aether. Let's do this.
We've got to wait. What have we done? More we consume, the deeper we fall. What have we done? We've got to wait. Feed us your soul. Feed us your light. Feed us your plans. Feed us your love. Feed us your soul. Feed us your light. Mother, I know you're crying. Our past is present. Nothing can justify
Yeah, big up Joe Randall. Big up Hyper Eagle again.
actions of broken
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back to the Netherlands, hopefully around the first quarter of next year. And of course, Mexico. I'm ready.
lies ahead. Lies.
I think I'm ready for the drum and bass music, but I think I'm also mostly ready for the tequila. I don't know, like. Am I allowed to admit that on the podcast, George? No? Okay. Do you know you guys are actually reminding me? Someone's just mentioned, what about tacos? What about burritos? Like, come on, Degs, man. Have I just basically said that the thing I'm looking forward to flying to the other end of the world is alcohol? Fuck's sake. Yeah, big up my brother Ricky Hendry, man. DJ Wheelchair Warrior. Go and check him out, man. The man shells down mixes like big time, man. It's sick. Some brand new music from Level 2 and Track. Soundboy Bash Up.
Real, how real is this? We level live for the listeners. As we aim right where your feeling is. Gonna survive through the cylinders. To shape both sides of the perimeters. Speakers burning while the mind doing illa shit. Feeling dignified, looking diligent. Cram the bars of camouflage, steady killing shit. And we do it for the real. I'll feel this.
Obviously, One of the things I love about drum and bass music is just genuinely how international the music is. And these guys who produced this track called Light Me Up, Bachelors of Science, I genuinely think they must be in my top 5 drum and bass producers of all time. I used to listen to these guys like on the way to college and stuff like that. Still going strong after all these years. This track was part of a charity compilation, UK versus USA, D&B for Autism. And yeah, this track is called Light Me Up. Let's go. It might not be coming home, not to the UK, not to England, but to Morocco. Do you know what? It would actually make my life if Morocco somehow did it. It's possible. Yes. Sky Business in the house. Pick up the chat. You guys are actually popping today. To everyone that's just been joining us, welcome to the 471st episode of the Hospital Podcast. This is a bit of a wicked little dub play that's just been released by Oppidan. It's called Nasty, and this is VIP number 2. Let's go.
Nasty, 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 nasty.
Oh, we got a massive shout out to Alix, all the way from Singapore.
Popping in this party, are you charming, but you a freak, you is nasty. Kissing, get it popping in this party, are you charming, but you a freak, you is nasty.
Brand new music coming up from J-Dan. This track is called Don't Stop. Let's go. Big up everyone that's sharing the podcast right now. So this track that you can hear right now is by an artist called Brethren. It's called Moldovan. It's out now on an overview EP called Epitome. And yeah, there's some absolute bangers on this podcast. So yeah, big salute to everyone at Overview Music. You guys are absolutely killing it. And yeah, I love beats like this. What do you guys reckon? I mean, do me a favor, put the emoji that you feel is most relevant to the way that this tune makes you feel. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna go with, what do you reckon, George? Turtle? I'm gonna go with a turtle because I'm like old and slow, innit? Wow, there's an array of emojis, man. You know, I'm going to show this to the guys at Overview Music because they'll be pretty happy with that.
Is this where you keep your heart? Locked up and broken apart. Let me
I hope no one saw that. So yeah, these two tunes, the last couple of tunes that I just basically played, is a bit of like a New Zealand connection. So the first of which is by an artist called Ellipsa, and she's been killing it. She's got a debut EP which is out right now on UKF, and that track was called Survival. And then the next tune that you can hear right now is by an artist called Azifem, again from New Zealand, and this track is called Yours. So yeah, big up the Kiwi family, man. I can see there's a lot of new people in the chat right now. So yeah, give a massive shout out to Carl Kelly, to the Vortex Room, to Joe, of course, to Anya Jennings, Cressida Jones. C4 Skills asked me, Degs, will you put an album out in 2023? Ooh. I mean, fair enough. If you don't ask, you don't get at the end of the day. And I actually really respect anyone that is just very direct and to the point. It is potentially going to happen. I can't say too much at the moment, but I'm working very, very hard in the studio with a lot of very, very talented people. So the answer to that question is potentially. But yeah, like I said, working hard in the studio. We've got a lot of artists here on Hospital Records that are working on new projects. So I actually think 2023 is going to be a really exciting year. And of course, we have the podcast going into the next year. Let's go. Absolutely my pleasure for the shout outs, people. So before this podcast ends, myself, George, and everyone in the chat, we have to come to an agreement as to who is going to win the World Cup. So earlier we asked, there's so many different countries that got named. So I'm going to go with, do you know what? I'm wearing the 3 Lions shirts from Concrete Junglist. I'm going to go with England. So 1 vote to England. In the chat, we'll have a look. And, France. Okay, that's a good shout. So it's between England and France right now.
Fantasy we're making now. I want you around. Now I found a place that's safe and sound. We're bound, and I know it. Taking plenty time to find that wealth of love. I'm glowing, it shows in my face, melting in every way. No
So yeah, a lot of Brazil. A lot of Argentina, okay. Andorra, yes, I'll see you in Andorra. Do you know what? It looks like England. I can see a bit of Morocco, a bit of France. Right, let's do this. Yeah, unfortunately, Drew, I don't think it's like much of a democracy here. I think obviously it's going to be England. And yeah, give a massive shout out to everyone that's locking on from the USA. And yeah, the reason why I'm saying big up everyone from the USA is that, honestly, the amount of incredible drum and bass producers and artists that are coming out of the US at the moment, it's just absolutely amazing. And yeah, do you know, I'm just reading some of the comments in the chat, and Drew says, I know, I honestly wanted Japan. I would have loved Japan to have gone through. And yeah, it's actually amazing that all of their fans stayed behind every single game that they played in the World Cup. And they actually stayed behind to clean up the stadium. It's just fucking incredible, man. Okay, it's coming towards that time, George. Very, very soon. But before we get to this section of the podcast, I just want to give a massive welcome to everyone that's locked into the podcast for the very first time. I can see there's a few new listeners. And of course, to all of our regulars, thank you all for your support. I'm just going to give a quick answer to Eric Lavery, who asked, Degs, do you know of any Canadian drum and bass producers? Because I don't. Well, one that kind of springs to mind straight away, and putting me on the spot is the worst thing you can do, but I'm going to give it a go. There's an incredible guy called Polaris who's released some music with Hospital Records before. Really, really nice guy. Makes actually very, very soulful music in a similar vein to the next tune that I'm going to play. So I'm going to move on to this next tune. So this is by an artist, someone who was previously signed to Hospital Records, is now going it on his own. And this is his first release as part of his new label, Kino Music. So I'm guessing, because I've said the label is Kino Music, you'll probably guess that the artist is Kino. And I first heard this tune in the amazing country of the Netherlands, which is one of the best places in the world for drum and bass music. And I was going on after Kino at Knocks in the Woods Festival. So big salute to Knocks in the Woods because that was absolutely amazing. And he ended on this track, and this track is called Lights On. And I hope you guys really enjoy this. You know, it's always a big and quite a daunting thing for any artist to go it alone and self-release, especially when you've been releasing on a label like Hospital for many, many years. And Will Kino is a supremely talented individual, super nice guy. I won't repeat some of the stories from when we were on tour in 2019 with Whiny and Unglued as well, because I think this is a music podcast and I don't want to, just kind of make it worse than it is. So this track is something I'm about to play, but before that, we've got a nice little cutscene for you. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, all the people around the world, it is time for
The Degs exclusive.
That's right. So yeah, party people of the chat, everyone who's listening to the podcast, whether you're listening live right now or you're listening back on one of the different platforms that we put it out on, this track is the first release by Kino on Kino Music, and it's called Lights On. And yes, there will be a Christmas podcast, my friend, absolutely. More details coming soon on that. Wow. That is an emotional piece of music. That is an amazing piece of music. So that is out right now. Kino, Lights On. Guys, just do me a favor. How does that tune make you feel? Get in the chat. Show me some emojis for this one right now, yeah? All right, round two. Let's go. Something for the vaults, right? Hospitality Compilation 2015. This track is called The Road. It's by Colossus. And yeah, let's go. So yeah, my favourite 3 tracks of this year. He's put me on the spot, man. Wow. So the first of which, I'd have to go with the incredible Hoax from Bristol, and it's called Crowd Control. Then also the tune from Hospital's own Unglued, Whiny and Lens featuring Doctor. I mean, that's a banger, right? That is an absolute banger. If You Like That is what the tune is called. I don't know why I didn't say that's what it was called. And then the last one. I think would have to be on Hospital. This one. I don't know what George is saying. George is just making me just do drum beats now in the background. Oh, he's making me plug my own tune. He's saying it's war drum. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. No, I think the third one. George, you're confusing me. I think the third one would have to be a release on Overview Music by an artist called Koherent, and it's called Bleep Test. But yeah, I got so much love for so many tracks, man. It's been a great year.
Confidence is everything I need just to get by. It came into my head on the 25. Driving under lights, man, it's tolerance. Cause life will never follow any straight lines. Controlling every detail is to waste time. Driving under lights. Instead of believing in fate, I'll walk on my own. I'm harder to walk. The struggle for peace, there it ain't open doors. It's breaking these walls. Activating inside. Inhaling haze, now my windpipe. Confidence. It's everything I need just to get by. It came into my head on the 25. Driving under lights, man, it's tolerance. Cause life will never follow any straight lines. Controlling every detail is to waste time. Driving under lights. Driving under lights. Driving under lights. Activating inside. Confidence. I'm using it as fuel as I make light. Battling these waters, now they waste time. Reaching for the sky, man, it's tolerance. Cause if I want success, I gotta
Eric's just said,
drinking water.
who's the artist here? I'm not sure about him. Put it this way, he's got a drinking problem.
Driving under lights. Driving under lights. Activating inside.
So yeah, that track was the first tune off my debut album. And I actually remember it was Hospital Records that decided to put that as the first tune, and that was actually one of my own productions, and I was a bit like, really? To kick off the album? Are you sure? Really?
Unlimited vibes. Flyboy must fly, I must live cause I must die. Can't be 40 doing up crime. It's unlimited rhymes. I'm in the door, hear the chimes. DB dubstep jungle grime, no matter the tempo, I'm on time. What am I like? The best, yeah that's right. Do what I do, like what I do. Always lively when I'm live. Rest too much, get left behind, but I don't stress, you know my type. Can't get sucked in watching time. Gotta have faith that I'm on time. Talk too much, now it's awkward much. Roll with the awkward bunch, we ain't caught up in yours too much. We grind hard and made our luck. We comfy, no shirts to tuck. Spend too much time caught in hers. Now I like when there's no strings to pluck.
So yeah, this track that you can hear right here.
Can't get me back cause I ain't your backup. Feeling better, got my stack up. Feeling less, my heart got blacker. Call me a raver, call me a rapper. English boy with a little bit of patois. I'm what you're
It's
basing.
by an amazing artist called Ems. It's part of the Ultrasounds EP on Hospital Records. It's featuring Gemini and it's called E-Style. And yeah, to everyone that's asking about tunes, so what I usually do after the podcast is finished is I'll stick the track list straight in the comments, straight in the description, and of course you're always more than welcome to message me if you want.
Chopping, she's as bad as I don't want it. Used to shop it till I dropped it, should've stacked it, but I lost it. The L's they made me wise, and now it's why the margin profit. Used to hit waves on my one, now I'm popping, now you wanting. There's no space for grudges while I'm loading up this rocket. Hit the stage and rock it, I got everybody watching. Them man are broke when they ain't see the car go smoke. All this ride I got me slurring, all them lies gon' make you choke. This new ride I got is pairing, then it's courtesy of cola. Sometimes radios like I'm Yoda, you too pretty, can you hold up? Baby gal, I need your number, having visions of you folder. Okay, then let me show you, now we tangled like a bowler. Lady Gaga deep throat, I take time, mind you throw her. I run tracks like back controller, 10 bars in a gun. Told ya, big up Jemmy, he's a diamond, disagree and I'ma hold ya. I'm the one, I'm the son, new gen, I'm powered solar. Like to think I'm pretty stable, past the mic and
Yeah, so I just got a question in the chat. Are you going to be at Hospitality Printworks next year? Well, my friend, I think it would be rude not to, right? I mean, would it? Should I be there, George? I don't know. I'm also asking George. George is just going to say no. George is like, you can do security, bro. That's all you can do. Like, you can be in the hot dog van outside. But yeah, Hospitality Printworks is set to be absolutely incredible. And yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. Big up Mr. DJ Techromancer. First time listening to the podcast live, usually listens to it on the app. So yeah, thank you guys. Honestly, it really means a lot for all of you to be in the chat, to interact with everyone. Everyone looks like they're having a good time. And yeah, Jacob says, if not, I'm not going. I tell you what, Jacob, if you go, I'll go. That's a good deal, right? I think that's a good deal. If Jacob goes, I'll go. It's as simple as that. But if Jacob doesn't go, I'm not fucking going. Sorry, I'm having my diva moment, George. I'm not fucking going. Big up Russell. Big up Johnny. Big up Purple Pikmin. Big up King K. Headphone Eden, my friend. Hope you're all good over there. So yeah, hands up anyone who loves Fred V. That's me and George. You can't see George. George is like, he's got both hands up. He's actually doing cartwheels right now. That's how much he loves Fred V. So yeah, this track right here, I'm sorry for talking over it too much and I will shut up very soon. It is by Meduke. It's on the Liquidity Autumn 2022 compilation. It's called Fire Away, and this is the Fred V remix. See, I'm going to let this one roll out a little bit. And you know what? I haven't actually said this to anyone yet. Merry fucking Christmas, no matter what you believe in, where you are, who you are. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time, man. Let's go. So yeah, big up Fred V firstly. To Joe Randall, on the Christmas podcast, you can hear me spitting a few bars. As you can hear, every time I speak, the compressor does the work and ducks out the music. So if I did it now, it probably wouldn't sound too good. But 21st of December, the Big Hospital podcast. I think you're going to have to be there for that, really. Some special guests. We were talking about Japan earlier. I might have a very, very special guest from Japan who's going to probably be headlining the show. So yeah, we're going to have some fun, man. My good friend Dave D-Tune, 1/3 of Hologram, is in the chat right now. So yeah, the track that you can hear right now is my project with my best friends D-Tune and Citrus Fly. And yeah, this track is called Fear. It's out right now on device as part of the Wreck It EP. And yeah, we got some new music coming very, very soon at the start of next year, so yeah.
Body's asking why.
So yeah, big shout out to LA right now. Big up Joe, big up Melissa. That Cloudwalker song, that's a big tune, right? That's a big tune. Yes, come on, friend, good to see ya. Big up my Hungarian crew. Oh, TGD, that is a very good question. That is another tune from the project that I have with my boys, Hologram. I'm actually trying to find that at home, right? David, please, explain, brother. Dave had no idea that it's live, man. That's hilarious. So yeah, once again, big salute to absolutely everyone that has locked in to the 471st episode of the Hospital Podcast. Now, you know, I have to admit something to you guys right now. I think this is like maybe the 14th or 15th episode that I've done with my good friend George that no one ever gets to fucking see because he's always hiding away. And I have to admit, the first kind of 2 or 3 episodes, I was super nervous about doing something, taking over from a legend like Tony Coleman, London Electricity. See, I can't even speak now. I'm getting nervous again. On a label like Hospital, it was kind of crazy, man.
I come from a hood life, a jug life. Them I see you.
But you guys in the chat, if you honestly make this podcast, guys. So yeah, I just wanted to give a massive shout out and a big salute to all of you guys, man. Big up.
I save my pounds and my pence when the rainy days come. There's always an expense. Grew up watching from over the fence.
George, the people want to see your face, cuz, you know what I mean?
I don't have it all and I never will. If you had it all, then what's left to fill? Perfect don't exist, so don't ever feel like you can't do enough just to chill. Giving you a piece of time to help you find peace of mind. Feel like it's just me sometimes. I feel better when I see you smile. You ain't where you would like, stay on your good side. You can't waste time trying to build a good life. I hope you feel good as much as you look nice. You had some bad times, but they made a good time.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, big up so much, man. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Hospital Podcast 472 is going to be the Christmas special.
Time trying to build a good life.
So like I said, 21st of December at 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Look at me pronouncing everything properly, George. It's going to be the 472nd episode of the Hospital Podcast. And like I said, we're going to have some very special guests. There's going to be a lot of drinking, mulled wine. Someone's probably going to dress up as Santa. Probably not me. It doesn't really suit my skin tone. I mean, I can give it a go. But, you know, we'll find someone. And, of course, you know, maybe even George might say hello. You never know. You never know.
Come a long way from toxic. Touch stage and rock it. Get in my bag and lock it. Now I'm at your neck like lockets. Hot is chocolate. Come a long way from whatless. Work in progress. Clean as we can't be spotless. Got a long road till I made it. They made it hard from the start, but we can save it. Dreams are for chasing. People are for embracing. We have to make it, no matter what the case is. I was the one you might forget. Now you hear my song, you got the lyrics in your head. I need my bread long like a baguette, so I can get fly, take it easy and jet. I was the one you might forget. Now you hear my song, you got the lyrics in your head. I need my bread long like a baguette, so I can get fly, take it easy and jet.
Said Degs is going to turn up as Rudolph. Is that because I have a big nose? Because to be fair, I think you got a point there, my friend, honestly. Yes. So unfortunately, we are coming to the last few tunes, man. Honestly, I've really enjoyed today. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Please join us. And yes, these podcasts will now be every 2 weeks for the foreseeable future. Okay, let's bring it down nice and slowly. Like I said, guys, thank you so much for locking on. The chat room makes it. Everyone that locks into the podcast, whether it is live or not, really does contribute to this podcast. And as well, I didn't really get an opportunity to say it during that little session that we've just had, but big up everyone who sends music to dubsfordegs@gmail.com. I get sent so much fucking music, and honestly, it's so hard sometimes to have to like condense this all down into like an hour and a half, because there's just so much great music being released at the moment. And you know, that email is always open, so it doesn't matter what stage of production that you think you're at. It's as simple as this: if you send me a tune and I like it, I'm probably gonna play it. So yeah, I just wanted to plug that email, dubsfordegs@gmail.com. As usual, I will make sure that I put all of the tracks in the description, and of course in the comments, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc., etc. So we come towards the end of the podcast, and as I've been talking a little bit earlier, I've been really rating this Bop and Subwave album called Renaissance, and I really think it's an amazing project. It kind of spans a lot of tempos. There's some really good features on there, some excellent female vocalists, for example, like SOLAH and Karina Ramage. This track is probably one of my favorites from the project. It's out right now. It's called Rave I Didn't Know Was the Last. Some 130 BPM business. This is the last tune, or is it? We'll see. Find out. Not next week, find out now. Anyway, Hospital Podcast 471. George is looking at me as if to say, well, what are you doing, geez? But there we go. Room is just giving the most wholesome comment of the entire podcast, right? Good luck to everyone in the World Cup. For real, may the best team win. But obviously, mostly England. Let's win. Big salute to everyone. Okay. As usual, I lied. Hospital Podcast 471. I will actually leave you on this tune. Thank you to everyone that's been locking into the podcast, basically ever since its inception, but also since I've been hosting it. Like I said, just to remind you one more time, these podcasts will now be every 2 weeks. So get your tune sent to me. And of course, get in the chat. It's good fun. I'm going to play again, as is kind of customary towards the end of the podcast, to play something that I kind of grew up listening to. So this track is by a tribe called Quest, and it's called Mind Power.
So funky, so funky, I said, so funky, I said, so funky. Your new lesson is to realize the mission when you hear it. MC, I got this in my spirit. I got verses like Mahil, you're singing church hymns, so strap up because you skating on ice this wild thin. A weak foundation doesn't make a good home. That's why mine's is built on chrome microphones. We about to do it to you readily, insteadly, to the medley. Come on, it's the complete, come on, unique for rebreed. That'll keep you broke down like a Ross 5-speed. So move, buddy. Hey, yo, we got to get this money in this land of dead and crummy. Ain't a damn thing funny. And yo, shout out to Mark Deep, the extra P. Bust the rhymes, they love the JBs and no sleep. We got reality for the cabbage, staying sincere to this. So I know we gonna manage. Give me liberty and mass amounts and Swiss bank accounts. With the sustainer, it'll be real. So me and my brothers, we can sit down and meal like Rampage with that last Boy Scout appeal. We got that silk satin Manhattan intelligence feel that keeps everything on even kills. So all you smoke blowers talking yang, you poo-tang. Now we gonna show you how the real crew bang.
Hey yo, I bring it to you live, kick we niggas love static. Your raps had it, bag 'em on numbers, the mathematics. I get brains on cryomatics to leave it where dreams shattered. Just the same job, you skeeting in your mugshot. I stays hot like summertime on LBQ and Boo Boos. The love shack is 192, my joint smooth. To watch our niggas fall like Glen Q. I keep it brand new like school shopping. It's on and popping. So come beat this nigga see like radars. You get laid off while I be gaming ghetto girls like Adolf. The verdict stand. I be the Luca blend in. Give up your goods, cause it's the start of your ending.
Where you at? We see your life for what it is. Where you at? We get this money for these kids. Where you at? We about to build a foundation. Where you at? Now all that Glock toting trash you talk, it won't prevail. It's still, you either be dead or...
Yeah, one of my favorite MCs of all time. Rest in peace, Five Dog. The amount of lyricists, vocalists, rappers, musicians, songwriters that he influenced over the years, man. Absolutely incredible.
MCs are just giving it all away. Who said them know about the quest like sound? Mess around and get your ass knocked down. I dedicate this to the posers that play hard. You wanna hear some rhymes? Well, then bring your bodyguard so he can beat the worldwide wheelie that we display, leaving all MCs in complete disarray. I be a veteran MC, crushing crews for years. You're frontin' hard when you're softer than the Bernstein beard. Yeah, chumps be like Five, that ain't fair. Fuck outta here, do I look like I get? Come off my stage before I grab your neck and hammer you. Wet you like Panani, then dry you like Canada. Shaheed Muhammad's on the Gemini mixer. Beast to Derek Coleman, Mad Max in the 6s. I'm trapping on cause I got this rap shit song from Linden Boulevard down the Cascade Road. You know my C's, I treat hip hop like a sport. Holding down fort up on Martinique Court. Like, where you at? You see your life for what it is. Where you at? We get this money for these kids. Where you at? We about to build a foundation. Where you at? We gonna start this new nation. Where you at? Come on. Where you at? We gonna put it all together. Where you at? No matter what the hell the weather. Where you at? Mind power. Mind power. Mind power. Spirit first. Mind power. Mind power.
Okay, I'll give you one more then. Like I said, I'm a big fan of hip hop, and on my mixtape in 2021, I was very lucky to work with my little brother Muriyuki, and this track is called Maisha, and we're half Kenyan, so it is Swahili for life. This track is all about just kind of enjoying yourself and yeah, just having a bit of fun and just blocking out all the hate and just trying to just live your days, man, because that's all we're trying to do. You know, we're all human beings out here, and yeah, this one is literally the last one because I think George wants to fucking go home. But yeah, thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot to me. And yeah, this track is called Maisha. Let's go.
Sipping on the strings with my full show.
So I'ma celebrate the best of it. Cause when your chips are down, you feel the pinch when the recession hits. You need a conscious effort to refocus, start developing a firewall inside your brain, establish its effectiveness. And watch out for the prophets that propagate falseness. You can spot them from a mile off, you waited their bullshit. Their propensity to lie is just fucking enormous. These pagans wanna flex like they're somehow so flawless. Nah, don't watch that shit, yeah. Holistic is the way elevating your ish. Finding meaning from people that only love themselves is the most unhelpful thing you could do for your kids, yeah. Stick to soul searching, yeah, get the cogs turning. How could you ever know it all? Don't ever stop learning. So like I said, I'm gonna celebrate this road ahead. And for my bridges that I've lost, I'll keep the flame burning. I don't give a shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down. Yeah, this world is full of clowns, but you don't have to join the circus. You can make this life profound, brother. I don't give a shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down. Yeah, I'm floating on a cloud, inhaling all this loud. Everyone should wear a crown. Pop a bottle, let's get waved for these times. It's okay to relieve external pressures on the mind, cause it's self-preservation, the cornerstone of this rhyme. Accepting that reality is not by your design, and I'm trying to have my fun, that much is certain. No satisfaction emanates from dedicated working. Years and years of sacrifice for someone else's purpose. We wonder why depression always bubbles to the surface. Our brain is supposed to serve us, don't make us nervous, or be an obstacle to ultimate resurgence, or be a barrier to climbing out the furnace. The future's in our grasp, we ain't the surplus. Learning to be stoic in the rain, I've mitigated all my shame without devotion to the process and a sprinkling of faith. It is impossible to truly have contentment in your place. That negativity don't concern us.
When you're turning in at night, remember the most sacred thing is time. It isn't easy to switch off, but if we never breathe, we all decline. No, it ain't acceptable to feel worthless. Life can be redesigned.
I don't give a shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down. Yeah, this world is full of clowns, but you don't have to join the circus. You can make this life profound, brother. Yeah, I don't give a shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down. Yeah, I'm floating on a cloud, inhaling all this loud. Everyone should wear a crown. I don't give a shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down. Yeah, this world is full of clowns, but you don't have to join the circus. You can make this like a found, brother. Yeah, I don't give a shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down. Yeah, I'm floating on a cloud, inhaling all this loud. Everyone should wear a crown. I don't give a shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down. Shit no more, yeah, I'm getting down.
Big up, guys. Merry fucking Christmas. And we'll see you in 2 weeks for the Christmas special. Love and peace. Take care.